Friends, welcome to It's Political with Pradeep Bhandari. In the first two episodes, we discussed about how justice for Sushant Singh Rajput and CBI for Sushant Singh Rajput is the voice of people of India. Well, CBI for Sushant Singh Rajput is the first step to justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. I thank you, I thank everybody for supporting this, and I assure you that we will continue to raise this voice, and wherever there is a lapse, we will speak in the language and we will speak the pulse of the people, because politics is at the end of the day your pulse and your voice. Today I want your attention on an extremely important factor, and I want your attention on an extremely important topic. I want to speak to you about the Bangalore violence. Did the Bangalore violence, which took place few days back, had the same design as Shaheen Bagh? Well, a mob belonging to the minority community burned the Congress Dalit MLA's house over an outrageous communal social media post on Prophet Muhammad. The post needs to be condemned in strongest possible words. But how is it possible that a post could result in a group of radicalized men resorting to burning vehicles, burning and damaging the police station and also the MLA's house? Can gathering of thousands of people happen over a social media post in a flash of a second? This is something which we need to contemplate. Or is there a design to it? The facts emerging indicate at the role of a radical outfit SDPI, which was behind the mobilization of the mob. This radical outfit, which was formed in 2009, was also involved in the violence during the anti-CA protest in Bengaluru. And this has the parent organization as PFI, which was responsible for the design of Shaheen Bagh. PFI has charges of links with terrorist organization Islamic State. The government is contemplating at banning the two organizations and their activities under scanner. But what is the design of PFI and SDPI which they work towards, which I call the Shaheen Bagh model? Well, electorally, these two organizations do not wield any power. These organizations work on this Shaheen Bagh model. And this model is based on confusion, division, mobilization, and consolidation. Confusion. When the CA Act was passed, these organizations spread confusion in the Muslim community that this law will take away their citizenship. Well, not even a single citizenship of Indian citizen is taken. In fact, India has given citizenship. Consolidation. That is based on this confusion. Consolidate the minority community based on this fear, based on this hypothetical fear of this falsehood, and then speak about their rights. And finally, mobilization. To mobilize the men and women to come on the streets and protest. They did so in Shaheen Bagh, where the dadis and the nanis were taught and given a pre-decided, a pre-dictated script that citizenship will be taken away. The similar design of confusion, consolidation, mobilization was followed in Bangalore. Well, India is a society based on equality of law. India is a society which is based on rule of law, not rule of mob. But these organizations receive their patronage, they receive their support, they thrive on the basis of an intellectual lobby which gives them the fuel to create the fire. The lobby which is hesitant to speak against the violence which happened against the majority community or violence at large. In fact, they were silent on the violence which took place in Bengaluru. These people, the likes of the Prashant Bhushan, who famously level incendiary, baseless contempt charges against the Supreme Court of India, and are extremely silent when it comes to condemning organizations like SDPI, PFI. The same lobby, my dear friends, the same lobby remains extremely silent when it comes to the lynching of the sadhus in Palghar. This pseudo-secularism has hurt our country, has hurt our politics, and has really given space for organizations like PFI and SDPI to thrive. The parties which thrive on this Muslim-Dalit combination on elections are extremely hesitant to speak against this violence. Well, in Bengaluru, you saw how the Congress party and the Congress leaders, whether it is Siddharamaiah, who was doing the fake monkey balancing in Bengaluru, Or is it Shashi Tharoor? I would say the first, foremost leader, the prominent leader who went to the stage of Shaheen Bagh and called it a historic democratic struggle. I'm extremely shocked. Well, this oxygen is the real essence why, in the name of secularism in this country, pseudo-secularism has thrived, and why equality of law, equality before law has not been given due respect, which is the constitutional norm. And this is why I say this vote bank politics is extremely dangerous for India. And this vote bank politics thrives at the centerpiece of the Shaheen Bagh model. I'm extremely shocked and baffled, and at the same time, I'm disheartened that the progressive, real progressive voices do not come and speak against this pseudo-secularism. Unfortunately, the fact that these progressive secular parties have given away the attempt to speak about this constitutional equality of law has given emergence to the likes of Owaisi, who have their entire politics based on minority consolidation. Well, till the time this happens, till the time you have a situation where orchestrated Shaheen Bagh models are tried and tested in Bangalore and other parts of this country, you cannot talk about real progressive politics, and the parties which have spoken about progressive politics cannot speak about the constitution. This country do not need such fake pseudo-secularism. This country needs constitutionalism. This country needs more APJ Abdul Kalam. And when that happens, you will see the politics happening on the basis of more of development and more of people-centric issues. And this is why I say, for that to happen, it is extremely important that we speak against these orchestrated Shaheen Bagh model of designs started by the PFIs and the SDPIs and backed by an intellectual lobby, which is the pseudo-secular lobby. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of It's Political with Pradeep Bhandari. I promise you that next week when we join in, we will take another issue which is at the core of what you speak and the core of the politics. Thank you so much. Namaskar.